What's cracklin', everybody? Welcome back once again to the definitive cereal tier list. For each episode, take a cereal, put on the tier list so you know how good it is. I'm your host Tucker, and this episode we're doing Frosted Mini Wheats, but this time they're little bites and they're chocolate. I've since had it explained to me in the comments that the Frosted Mini Wheats are actually smaller than the original version of them, so this is hopefully enough of a step down from the original mini wheats to little bites that we can get like a decent amount at once, but we'll see. Currently, all three of the other Frosted Mini Wheats we've done ended up at a D. FMW, Frosted Mini Wheats, original, strawberry, blueberry. Original, definitely the best out of those. They each had their own weird things about them. And they're all very wheaty, which I wasn't incredibly into. This one, theoretically, the chocolate is the weedy part, so we'll see how that taste kind of meshes together, but maybe this won't bump it up. So let's just get into it. Just check these little guys out. Just fold it in. I've not seen that yet. Definitely smells chocolatey. That's a good sign. Yeah, definitely a like cocoa powder scent there. So these look like normal pieces of cereal. Might have been a lot. But like that's like a normal size. I'm very much into this size now. See, now it just says serving as a cup. It doesn't say how many biscuits specifically it is. I kind of like the aesthetic too of the dark pieces with the white frosting. It like looks good. Okay. Here we go. Look at that. So many. Okay. Interesting combination, the chocolate and the wheat flavor. Makes it taste different than a lot of the other chocolate ones, which I feel like I've said a few times recently with the past couple chocolate things, but yeah, adds a layer to it. The one downside to the smaller pieces seems to be that they're getting sogified much quicker, so you don't have the crunch for quite as long. But the other Frosted Mini Wheats, they kind of lost a bit of the flavor as well as it got more sogified. These ones, the main taste seems to be coming from the like chocolate weedy part of it and less so the frosting. So that's definitely less noticeable. There we go. So I don't know, kind of pros and cons to these smaller pieces. But I definitely, from a spoon and chewing perspective, like the smaller ones better. So once again, these did absorb a lot of the milk, and it doesn't look like there's been much of a color change, maybe a bit darkened. Let's find out if the taste changed at all. It's really exciting background music for this. I'm sure that's being picked up. But yeah, it's not super different. Like you can tell the pieces were in there, but the taste isn't changing that much. Yeah, like it reminds you of the pieces themselves, so maybe it is changing more than I originally thought. But yeah, the flavor just mixes with the same flavor with pieces, so hard to really tell. These things were really falling apart at the end. So everything about this was kind of a mixed bag of improvements and issues. Like I said, they did get sogified much quicker because they were smaller, but because they were smaller, it was easier to manage and just felt better on the spoon. It's like that balanced out. And they did change the taste, so the main flavor you're getting is not the wheat flavor, it's that chocolate mixed in flavor. And that was cool, like that. But then it also seems like you're getting less of the frosting taste, which was a standout in the normal version of Frosted Mini Wheats. So that's kind of the balance there. And though I do like the chocolate taste more than the wheat taste, it's still kind of not the best chocolate we've done. It's not a standout, and I wouldn't expect this to be the same chocolate type or even level as something like Cocoa Puffs or Cocoa Pebbles, because this is still a generally kind of healthier. It's still got lots of more fiber than all these other cereals and all that. So it sort of makes sense, but I don't know, it's just a weird cereal. So overall, I think this just didn't do enough to surpass the original Frosted Mini Wheats flavor. So Frosted Mini Wheats Little Bites Chocolate, long title, is also going to be a D. It's once again a solid choice. Like, if you're eating this, wouldn't fault you at all for it, but it's just not the level I was hoping it would be. If they said combined more of the flavor of the frosting from the original Frosted Mini Wheats and kept the crunchiness of it longer, I think this could have become a C. It just doesn't quite improve enough to really justify bumping it up to the next tier. But hey, again, I do appreciate you doing little bites so that, mini and little actually makes sense now, even though it's really just normal sized. If you enjoyed this video, remember to like and subscribe, and in the comments below, post your general thoughts. Let me know if you've tried Frosted Mini Wheats Little Bites Chocolate. It's a mouthful to say, and you can actually get it a mouthful pretty easily as well, since they're little bites. I'm really gonna just keep harping on the size factor because that was such a big thing, but not anymore. I wasn't planning on doing the mini version of the original flavor because it seems like everything about it is the same, just the piece size. But because of the sogfication thing, I am curious about it. So maybe one day, once I get through all the other ones I have, I'll come back to it. I'm bookmarking it for now. It's not necessary, but maybe when we get to the point where we've covered almost all of our bases, we'll come back to it. But till next time, stay delicious.